Hey everybody, it's Michael Carter here from MoneyMike.com, and I wanted to quickly talk to you guys about 4 ways to increase conversions using web page optimization. Now, simply having a website up and running is obviously a huge start toward running a successful business. Now, knowing what should actually be on your site, along with some other really fine details, can actually determine whether your visitors are actually converting into subscribers and buyers or not. Now, some of the things that need to be on point include page title tag and meta descriptions, headlines, your call to action, and finally, you should have the lead generation form itself. So we'll have a look at each of these and see if there's room for improvement, and you guys can take and apply this. So the first one, the page title tag and description. You got, like basic SEO practices come into play when you're talking about title tag page and meta descriptions. So if you guys know the basics, you should know that they need to be keyword rich. And you may have heard this over and over again, but it's something that you need to take notice of and apply. Now, when you guys use the keyword, be certain that you do not overuse it. People do this all the time. And the information that will be displayed in search engines is going to come from the meta description. So it needs to be important for the meta description to be done well. I know not everybody likes to do this, but this is important things that you guys should consider. Now, you want to be sure that it sounds natural and not stuffed. All right, take the time to write compelling meta descriptions as you would a title tag. And yes, it is that important to do. Okay, so number 2, headlines. Okay, the headline of a page is really the first thing that your visitor is going to read when they land on your site, obviously. So you need to pick the visitor's interest in a hot second, right? So you want to actually pull them in for more. You want them to stay there. Otherwise, they will simply click off and they will be bye-bye, gone. So the one thing you want to make sure of is that you're spending enough time on your headlines. Okay, these are so important. So you need to use a 50-50 rule. So 50% of your time that it takes actually write the article on the headline itself. If you have difficulty writing headlines, you might try using, there's a 4 U's approach that I think will help you guys. So 4 U's. The headline should be useful to the reader. Obviously it should be useful to them. It should provide the reader with a sense of urgency. You want them to take some kind of action. It needs to convey that it's unique. It's really important. I know so many people overlook these things, and headlines really, they're not that difficult to come up with. It needs to do all of the above in a way that is ultra specific. Now, the next thing, number 3, is the call to action. Very, very important. I still see, I can't figure it out how many people still forget to actually have a call to action, and it needs to be a good one, right? So the call to action is a keyword or phrase that is generally used to invoke a response in the readers. So if you're trying to get website visitors to do something, all right, use a call to action to tell them what it is you want them to do. It seems obvious. For instance, like buy now, you may have sign up or click here. And you should think about the action that you're trying to get them to take and use a call to action that might be enticing to them. You got to put yourself in their shoes. Now, if you want to have maybe a digital book for sale and you want people to buy it now, instead of saying buy now, you could actually try beefing it up a bit to say like download now for $19.95 or $27.95, whatever it is. So you want the call to action to feel like it's a hefty suggestion. This stuff really works. Now, number 4, the opt-in form, so important. All right, after the call to action, you need to have the opt-in form it's ready for the visitor to fill in. They're ready to go. So there are some simple guidelines that you should follow when creating your opt-in form. So to optimize the form's conversion, follow these following tips. So First one, only add fields to the form that you absolutely need. Okay, there's no need to ask for a visitor's physical address if they're only buying a digital download. Okay, there's no need for that. If your visitors can't figure out why you want that piece of information, they're not going to provide it, and your conversions they'll tank, right? Now the next thing, put your opt-in form at the top of the page. Okay, whether you have it appear, could be a pop-up that comes in, it could be a slide in from the left or right, but it needs to be right up near the top of the page. Okay, so it's visible. That's where people see it when it pops in. Now, another thing, do not use the CAPTCHA option on your opt-in form. Okay, there's a use for CAPTCHA, but for an opt-in form, it's just not one of them. Do not use it. Okay. Now, if you start having issues with spammers signing up for your email list, then you could look at those options, all right, as using a CAPTCHA, but otherwise do not use it. Okay, that's like a last resort. So next thing is, make sure visitors know why you're collecting their address. Okay, don't offer them a freebie and not tell them that once they get the freebie that they'll be also getting your newsletter. Okay, this will tick people off and they will unsubscribe if you do that to them. All right, so you need to play up your email newsletter, so they know that you might get daily emails from you. Okay, so it's really important. Now use the call to action button. Okay, it's super important that you do this, and it could be something like start your engines or something like that. So you make it a little bit different. All right, so now guys, how important this stuff is. It's time that you go and tweak your own sites, all right, to start increasing your conversions. Now start with the title tag and meta descriptions. Practice your headlines and calls to action, and send visitors to the easy opt-in form. Okay, make it super simple for them. And once all of this has been optimized, you should start converting more visitors into leads and customers. You can also do this for clients if you guys do client work. So that's about it, guys. These are really important things. So go with this. These are the 4 ways to increase conversions using web page optimization. Now you guys go and apply this in your own business. Again, I'm Michael Carter. You guys have a great day.